Hello, sculptors. This is Mr. Granlund here, and I'm going to take you through how to make a wire armature for your imaginary creature combination. To start off with, you're going to take the wire from your bag, and you're going to take about two sections of about 18 inches. Now, you can measure out 18 inches even without a ruler by measuring from your elbow to your fingertips. Next, we're going to take one of the sections and we're going to fold it in half and make a loop. So just bend it around. And this loop is going to be the head. Now it's important that you have a picture that you're working with so that you can kind of get the scale of this. But what I recommend is don't go any longer than putting the head at your fingertip and the butt by the bottom of your hand. Now after I make this loop, I'm going to pinch it and I'm going to twist this wire. Now it depends on how long of a neck your animal has. So if you have an animal that's like a giraffe, then obviously it's going to have a long neck. So just twist up your neck and stop when you get to about where the shoulders are supposed to be. We're going to leave it like that. Kind of looks like the letter T. Take your other piece of wire and do the same thing. So we're going to fold it in half and we're just going to kind of pinch at the top so it's folded. We're going to take the legs, put them around the neck of the heads. We're going to wrap around the shoulder twice. 1, 2. Going to do the other shoulders now. 1, 2. Now already we kind of have a stick person. Let's give him a waist. Now it depending on how long the body is supposed to be, that's where you're going to pinch and start to twist the waist. So I'm going to start the waist there, spinning it around, 2-3 times, just so it's secure, like that. Already, I have a really nice stick person. Now, I'm going to start to pose them as an animal. I'm going to bend the legs down, bend the hips down, and I'm just going to check my size real quick. So the head is at my fingertip, and the butt is kind of halfway into my hand there. This is going to be a good size for the animal. And you can see it from the side, we already look like an animal. I like to bend in my little kneecaps in there. And then if it has hands or feet, I like to do a loop. And I'll do both legs at the same time. Now it looks like we have a little bit extra here. And anytime you want to cut your wire, you can just use a pair of scissors. Now if you have access to something like a pliers, which looks like this, there's this cutting portion right here towards the hinge. And pliers are just naturally going to work a lot better. It gives you a lot more leverage. It's a pretty common tool to have around the house, so ask around, see if maybe there's a pliers laying around. If you don't have a pliers, you can cut this wire just fine with the scissors. So for instance, on some animals, you might combine some things that stick off the animal, like a tail or even wings. So I'm going to address that. For a tail, I'm going to cut a length of wire here. Again, just using the scissors. Wrap it around the waist 2-3 times. And having it stick out the end. And then cut it to whatever length you want the tail to be. To do wings, you're going to do a loop, and it's going to come off the top of the shoulder there. And so I'm going to cut 2 lengths of wire. They're roughly 1 foot long. And then I'm going to wrap these around the shoulders in 2 spots. All right, I have my armature pretty well finished. We're just going to pose it, give it some turn to the body, maybe lift one of its legs up, have it looking around. And this is a pretty good size for a sculpture. All right, sculptor, I hope this helps you get your armature started for your combination animal.